Hi Cancer. Welcome to March 2020. It's Pisces season. It is fellow sister sign, water sign Pisces time, and that new moon in Pisces has given you some sort of clear indication of where you want to expand certain areas of your life into something that feels more worthwhile. You're looking to expand your success. You're looking to expand what it is that you want to do. With the Eight of Wands and the Eight of Pentacles, I think for a lot of Cancers, your minds are looking forward to travel, looking forward to school, looking forward to learning something new, looking forward to a voyage, looking forward to a trip. For some of you, you're just looking forward to improving what you already have in the name of success because you want it to be long lasting. You want something in your life, be it business, be it love, be it career, be it money, be it children. You want something in your life to take off and move you closer to the vision that you have. That new moon in Pisces certainly gave you a sense of wanting more. The full moon in Virgo on the 9th has got you thinking about the things that you need to say in order to progress to the next level. The people that you need to speak to. And they're not necessarily easy conversations, but they're conversations nonetheless that need to be said. And with Mercury going direct the same day, I think it is unlikely that you will be able to hold your tongue much longer on something that you will wonder, once you've said it, why it took you so long to say it in the first place. The Sun. You have your mind in faraway places. You are looking to be positive about the way that you're operating. You're looking to, you feel the fresh energy of Pisces season after Aquarius season, revealing some things about yourself that you would probably have preferred to have kept hidden. You maybe said something you really regretted, and now you're afraid of speaking in general, in case you say the wrong thing. Mercury retrograde can do that. But recently, for a lot of Cancers, there's been a bit of an expose. That eclipse at the start of the year has really got you going through a process where maybe some things are coming up that you'd rather hadn't. And with Mercury going direct on the 9th, you're going to yet again speak what you think needs to be spoken. But I think some people in your life, Cancer, might already be a little bit frustrated. The Lovers. Whew. Venus in Taurus. Let's talk about that, because that is very, very, very good for you. Romantically speaking, it means that if you're single, you probably have options, and you probably have someone in your line of sight, if you're dating, that could go to the next level in terms of relationships. If there have been struggles with your marital spouse or your partner, I feel like the Sun in Pisces gives you guys reason to celebrate, reason to reconnect, reason to re-examine. And it will be a lovely period before Aries season hits and you run the risk of getting quite defensive. Super defensive. Queen of Swords. Particularly if you have a lot of Gemini going on in your chart. There is a beautiful essence to your life in many ways, Cancers. And I think it's because there's certain people around you, certain dynamics that are very, very loving, very warm, very comfortable. And then there's this coldness blows through you. And I think it's to do with the Sun being in Aries. And that's where a decision is finally made. So, let's start. Ooh, Two of Wands. Okay. let's start with the Cancerians who have done or said something that they are really not that proud of. Or somebody has finally called you out on just how much you can actually hurt other people's feelings when you don't mean to. And for some of you, it's really unlike you to say or do things the way that you've done them. But slinking back into your shell and being passive aggressive about it isn't going to work. Especially not this time. Somebody is coming to you with their own personal assessment of what it is that you've been doing, how you've been operating, the way that you have been in love or been in work or been in business or in a family dynamic. Somebody has their back up about something. I think for a lot of you it could be a Scorpio. I think for others of you it could be a Gemini, a Leo maybe. But as we get into Aries season, Cancer, you can no longer run away from the fact that somebody is itching for a confrontation. And when Mercury goes direct, I think a lot of that is probably going to be quite fast-paced and coming for you. Saturn enters Aquarius on March 21st, and it will do a short stint there before going back into Capricorn, which rules your relationships. Aquarius, of course, and you have realized this during the last month or so, Aquarius season for you can be quite rattling in terms of your own feelings and in terms of your own struggles with power, because as a Cancer, you want to lead, really, you do. And a lot of it is an emotional need. And some of you that feel very insecure about where you are in the world have an emotional need to control certain things in your life. And certain people are really not okay with that. Regardless if it comes from a place where you mean well, certain people may be quite frustrated with you. The good thing is romance here. And with the Sun, the Lovers, and the Six of Swords, I see this chance romantically to move to the next level with whatever relationship you're in. The Sun and the Lovers is a love that feels very authentic and very real. So for your partnerships, they seem to be quite well aspected. And maybe Saturn shifting out into your more intimate side, but also the side that rules taxes and death and rebirth and that kind of story. Perhaps, Cancer, it is time that in terms of relationships, you have a little bit of a rebirth. The Two of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Ten of Swords. Ooh, the Tower and Death underneath. And the King of Cups. Okay. Oh, and the Devil. Right. Okay, so if you have annoyed... if you have annoyed a Scorpio person or an Aries person... that could be quite explosive. Confrontation with Scorpios or Aries will be big in this month, and they will cut you off if they see fit, because both Scorpio and Aries are going through a period where they have decided that they want bigger and better things than where they are. And for you, if there is some level of deceit, backstabbing, or unkindness here, I think there will be a big blow up, and it may not be very easy to come back from. With the Wheel of Fortune and the Two of Wands, I would suggest if you're dealing with either of those signs, being really very honest about your intentions, about your wants, about your needs, all of the above, because the energies can go vice versa. If you're dealing with those signs, do be careful, because I think in particular there is a Scorpio who could be quite cross. As for a Leo in your life, Cancer, they seem pretty devoted to making this work, to making this happen. Or being supportive. If you're dealing with a Libra, Aquarius, or a Gemini, they may tell you some information that goes back a lot longer than you anticipated that could be quite surprising to you. Could be from childhood. A secret they're keeping, something they've been defensive of. In trying to sort out the confrontations in your life, Cancer, the goal in March is not to sidestep. The goal is to talk. The goal is to be honest. The goal is to be forthright. And with the Lovers and the Six of Swords, it comes to love. You guys have a lot of benefit from Venus being in your 11th house of wish fulfillment, of friendship. Friends could turn romantic. You could meet somebody through a friend. You could feel more love for your friends in general if you're already partnered. Connections deepen in that sense. Ooh, the owl. That Pisces energy always makes you that little bit more intuitive as well. And with intuition comes, ooh, the elephant. I love it. With intuition comes power. And you have the choice always whether you use that power for good or for not. When it comes to any area of your life with the elephant energy and the owl, the elephant in particular, the time has come to understand that certain blockages in your life have been for a reason. Certain misfortunes have been tests to prepare you for something new. The energy for a while has been asking you to branch out and be brave. Anna, grandmother of Jesus, seeding the light, laying foundations and divine plan. As I was saying, things have been designed to teach you lessons. Saturn has wanted to give you quite a lot of lessons lately. And sitting directly opposite you in the sky has been indeed quite the journey. And it's made you really quite hesitant to leap on certain things. Now's the time to leap. You go first, the universe will catch you. The beautiful thing about the Judgment card is that when you decide that you're going to go for something, you're going to go for it quite big. You're calling people out that have probably not been called out in a while, or people are, as I say, possibly Cancer. The truth is, people could be calling you out in certain things that you need to address. There are big truth bombs being dropped in your life, and they will continue to do so for the next couple of months. But operating with honesty, integrity, and your intuition is very well aspected. The difficulty, as I was explaining, is that when you're very intuitive, you have power to manipulate. And this is where I think some Cancers could be called out. Because having other people do your bidding, or misusing other people's emotions, or playing on their vulnerability is all, unfortunately, things that can occur when a Cancer brings out their dark side and acts from a place of protection. Whether you're trying to protect yourself, protect your job, that is kind of the way you guys operate. And so, there's going to be a lot of conversations. And for a lot of you as well, the World and the Eight of Wands suggests some kind of communication coming from someone you've not heard from in a while. I think for a lot of you it's university. I think for a lot of you it's old school friends. I think for a lot of you it's someone you did a course with. Hearing from somebody who could actually be quite beneficial in your next step in life. Someone that could actually give you a bit of perspective on how to put that next business plan in place. How to have the time to make the next steps and what it is that you want to do. How to balance and teach your kids what it is that you needed to be taught at this age. And trying to show them, trying to navigate them through choppy waters whenever they feel like they're being picked on in society. And in this point, you lead with the best side of yourself whenever it comes to teaching your children, wherever it comes to nurturing your relationships, your bonds. That is when you come into your own and you show people who you really, really are. And of course, there is some sort of longing here that you want and you would do if you didn't feel so sensitive and concerned about it. something that you've probably waited quite a long time to do. Seven of Pentacles, the time has finally come to make it happen, and here you are with the Chariot. You will make a success of it. You just have to make the decision that it's what you're going to do. Queen of Cups, here you are sitting in your happy place, doing what you do best. And the Star, your wish is fulfilled. So, as we're leading from Pisces season to your season, which is in June, July, if you didn't already know, you definitely know because you're here. The next 2 months are going to be all about implementing some kind of dream, some kind of big change, and some kind of drive within you that you've possibly been suppressing for a while, and now is the time to go and get it. I think you needed called out first, though. I think you need somebody in your life has to tell you the way you're operating is not working for you. It's not working for your marriage. It's not working for your relationships. It's not working for your children. And you need to do something a little bit differently, and you're going to do it well. And you may be agitated at first, but you're going to be very glad that certain things had to come to your attention, that maybe you're letting the standard slip, or maybe you were being a bit manipulative, or maybe you were choosing a certain type of partner, a certain type of lifestyle, or maybe you were suppressing your inner power to appease everybody else, and you realize that actually most people around you want you to just be successful. And successful you will be when you take the advice on board, when you don't step away from the confrontation just because you want to, and when you accept that there is in the middle of your reading a lot of love. You're going into smoother waters. You just have to learn to navigate them without directly avoiding confrontation. I recommend the crystal Amazonite if you want to learn how to successfully navigate the more confrontational energies in your world, because Cancer, sidestepping them has possibly been the problem and has been regarded as passive aggressive or manipulative. It's time to take a big step in what you're doing and accept and acknowledge your power. We'll get into the extended and go into all the different signs that you're dealing with. I'll also be doing a Mercury retrograde special for you, Cancer, to see what is coming around again for you. Just remember that there is a bigger world out there than there is in your little shell, and Pisces season always shows you where you need to expand energies in your life. Love you very much. See you in the extended.